Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Yes, my best friend is a dog. His name is Scout, and he's a beautiful mutt. No one knows exactly what breeds are mixed in. I rescued him from the Tampa Humane Society 8 years ago, when he was just a tiny puppy. I first saw him on the news, and something in those eyes told me he needed love and affection. Even at 9 months old, he had already suffered abuse and neglect, which is why he's still shy around new people. But I knew I had to give him a chance. If I hadn't shown up at the Humane Society that day, who knows what could have happened to Scout? Scout wasn't just a pet waiting for a home. He was a life at risk, and he isn't the only one. There are thousands of dogs, cats, and other animals in shelters across the country right now who are alone, scared, and desperate for a second chance. Imagine a tiny puppy hiding in a kennel, trembling because the world has hurt him, waiting and hoping someone will notice him. Imagine the sadness in the eyes of a cat who's been abandoned, pacing in circles in a cold, lonely shelter, wondering if anyone will ever love her. This is the reality for millions of animals in the United States. And yet, despite these millions of innocent lives in need, many people still choose to purchase pets from breeders rather than adopting. Today, I want to persuade you why adoption should always be the first and best option. Adoption saves lives, reduces animal cruelty, and combats pet overpopulation. First, adoption saves lives. Every year, around 6.3 million animals enter U.S. shelters. According to the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, nearly 1 million of them are euthanized because shelters simply don't have the space or resources to care for them at all. That's almost 1 million lives lost. Lives that could have been saved if just a few more people chose adoption over buying. When you adopt a pet, you're giving a homeless animal a second chance at life. Look at Scout, my own dog. When I brought him home, he was shy, curious, and unsure of the world. He had already experienced neglect and abuse, and it showed in every movement, every glance. But over time, with love, patience, and care, Scout transformed. He learned to trust, to play, to love, and to be loved. Today, he's full of joy, loyalty, and personality, and every day he reminds me why adoption matters. And Scout is not unique. A friend of mine adopted a senior dog named Bella from her local shelter. Bella had been overlooked for months because of her age. People wanted a puppy, not a 10-year-old lab mix with gray fur and tired eyes. But the day Bella went home, something remarkable happened. She lit up. She became playful, affectionate, and deeply bonded with her new family. That dog, who was once passed over, now spends her days curled up on the couch surrounded by love. Adoption gives these animals their happy ending. Second, adoption reduces animal cruelty. Unfortunately, not all pets are treated with the care and love they deserve. Many breeders, particularly puppy mills, prioritize profit over the well-being of animals. According to the Humane Society of the United States, dogs and puppy mills are often confined to small wire cages, deprived of exercise, bred continuously, and denied adequate veterinarian care. The conditions are cruel, dangerous, and inhumane. By choosing adoption over buying from a breeder, you are taking a stand against this cruelty. You are refusing to support industries that treat animals like products instead of living, feeling things. Think about it. When you hand money to a breeder, especially one cutting corners, you may be fueling the cycle of suffering. But when you hand the same money to an adoption center or shelter, you're helping provide food, medicine, and care for animals in need. Your choice has power. Third, adoption combats pet overpopulation. Every time someone adopts instead of buys, they reduce the number of homeless animals. Every new litter bred adds to an already overwhelming population of pets in need. The ASPCA estimates that millions of animals enter shelters annually, and many of them are euthanized, not because they are sick or unlovable, but simply because there is no room for them. An adoption doesn't just save the life of the pet you bring home, it also frees up shelter space for another animal waiting at the door. In other words, when you adopt one pet, you're actually saving two. You're saving the one you take home and the one who takes their place in the shelter. So what can we do? We can start by seeing shelters as not places of despair, but places of hope. Every shelter has animals waiting for someone like you to walk in, look into their eyes and say, "I choose you." And it doesn't have to be just dogs. Cats, rabbits, guinea pigs, birds, they all deserve homes. And if adoption isn't an option for you right now, there are still ways you can help. You can volunteer at a shelter, donate food, donate toys or blankets. Share a post of adoptable pets on social media. Every action, no matter how small, creates a ripple of change. Imagine the world we can make if adoption became the norm. Fewer pets would be euthanized. Fewer animals would suffer in puppy mills. And millions more would find the loving homes they deserve. In conclusion, adopting instead of buying is a compassionate, ethical, and smart decision. The next time you, or someone you know, wants a pet, choose to save a life. Visit a shelter. Adopt love. Remember, you may think you're rescuing the animal, but often they end up rescuing you. Scout rescued me the day I brought him home, and every day since he has reminded me what true friendship, loyalty, and love really mean. There are millions of other Scouts out there, waiting for someone to notice him. Let that someone be you. Thank you.